Hello guys, and welcome to another in-depth review here on N&T Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, as always behind the camera, giving you guys these awesome in-depth walk-around videos. Today I'm very excited to present the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 in the Laramie trim level with the four-wheel drive. Now before we get started with this video, I'd like to give a huge thanks out to Crowley, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram for allowing me to take a look at the car in today's video. And if you're interested in purchasing any car from these guys, go ahead and check out the description box where I've given you guys their website. Now taking a look at our window sticker, just to give you sort of like a disclaimer of what kind of options we're working with. Right over here we're going to have all of our standard features right down here where it says the optional equipment, and that's where our options start. And we're going to focus this portion of the video mostly on the options list. We have the trailer tow group, which gives you the towing mirrors, which you will see, and then the trailer brake controller. That's right at $300. We also have the advanced safety group, which costs us an extra $1,595. It comes with adaptive cruise, advanced brake assist, full speed collision warning, a whole host of safety features that are very useful. We also have the $4,400 level 2 equipment group, which gives us a whole host of luxury features on this truck. We also do get the 5.7 liter Hemi, which is a must for me at least. And we also have these really nice 20-inch polished and painted wheels coming in at $1,295. We do have a destination charge of $1,645, which brings us to a total sticker price of $56,125. We have some warranty information over here. Our fuel economy information is up there. We have some safety ratings. Of course, this truck is not rated yet because it just came out. Then also over here we have all of our parts content, so where all of the parts of the vehicle came from. And so taking a look at the side profile of the all-new Ram 1500, we do have billet silver as the color choice with us today, and it is one of 11 single-tone color options. You can also get a duotone color option, so at the bottom right over here is going to be a different color, and you do have 10 of those different color options. Today we are working with the 144.6-inch wheelbase as well, and there are 3 different wheelbases since there are 3 different cab and bed configurations. And wrapping our way around back, four-wheel drive is obviously an option on all of the trim levels. And if we're talking about the Laramie trim, we can either get one of 3 cab and bed configurations like I just said, and you can choose between the quad cab 6.4 box, crew cab 5.7 box like we have here, or crew cab 6.4 box. And when properly equipped, you can tow up to 11,340 pounds. Alright, so for the exteriors detail portion of this video, let's go ahead and start up front. And we could start here with the headlamps. Now our headlamps are full LED, so high and low beams are both reflector LED bulbs. You can even see that they tell you that right in there. It says Ram LED. We have LED daytime running lights and LED turn signals. It's got a nice design element, and you got the painted portion coming right on down here, and then you have the very nice chrome grille and bumper. Just take a look at that grille, looks really awesome. Right on down here we have a couple of parking sensors, and we also have the LED fog lights, which are pretty awesome. And you notice we even have parking sensors over here, and that comes with your advanced safety package, and this truck also does park itself, which is why you have the side sensors. But you can also see the sensors that go all the way across the front bumper too. And it's a really good looking front end in my eyes. So taking a look at the hood, it's got some nice design elements towards the edges, and it's almost got like a sort of column induction sort of hood going on towards the center there. We also have the powertrain badging on the side there with the 1500. Down here we have these really nice 20-inch optional alloy wheels, and they are polished and painted. So we have the polished on the face of the wheel and the gray pockets on the inside. We also have 6 lugs with a locking lug nut in there, ventilated disc brakes, and it looks like 2 piston calipers up front. And our tires measure 275/55 up here. We have the nice large Ram lettering in the side there. And taking a look up here with our mirrors, this is our standard setting. We can also turn it into a trailer towing mirror, like you see here, which is pretty awesome. You also do have turn signals on the mirror and your blind spot warning. Pretty cool again. Taking a look over here, I have some pretty nice door handles with some chrome accents, and you also have the smart key entry on the 2 front door handles. We have the crew cab rear door, so that means we have the full rear door. Our fuel filler is on the driver's side. And we have the 5'7" short box, as you can see. Really good looking wheels on this truck. Definitely opt for these myself. And you do have ventilated disc brakes back here as well. And I'll give you a quick look underneath the truck if you'd like to see that. But moving on towards the rear, again, it's a really good looking truck from pretty much every angle. I really do like it. But again, as you would expect back here, the tail lights are full LED, and you have some pretty cool running lights, but then I've also noticed that your brake light doubles as your turn signal, and it will turn from red to yellow when it's needed. So red is obviously your brake lights, and then it'll turn to yellow for your turn signals, which is actually really cool. I have the Laramie nameplate, and then again a huge thanks to Crowley for allowing me access to the first Ram that they got in. Pretty much completely chrome bumper back here, which looks really nice, and you also have the nice exhaust tips, which was something that I always admired with the Ram trucks. Always have really nice exhaust tips. And you can see the parking sensors back here too on the bottom of the bumper, and they run the span of the bumper back here. You have a huge Ram emblem on the tailgate too, with your handle back here, which is actually an electronic release. And you also have the backup camera, and you have the 4x4 emblem. You have your trailering hookups, so the 4-pin, and I believe this is the 7-pin. Obviously your trailer hitch receivers down there too. Then you also have some pretty nice bed lighting up there with your shark fin antenna. And we will get into the bed just a little bit later in the video so that you could see the inside of that. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the Hemi underneath the hood. Alright, so underneath the hood we have the mid-level engine. And there is, at the time of filming, which is mid-April of 2018, there are 3 available powertrains available. And of course this is again the mid-level engine. It is a 5.7 liter Hemi V8, naturally aspirated, and it gets 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. You have a completely insulated battery, it looks like. Your fuse box is over here. All your belts are really easy access. Nice small engine cover. As you can see, most of the engine is kind of stuffed back towards the firewall there, but the firewall is all insulated. You have a nice big air box over here, and you can actually see some of the metal down in there. But pretty solid power plant for the all-new Ram. Okay, so before we check the interior out, let's go ahead and see how the smart key entry system works on the Ram 1500, since some manufacturers do it just a little bit different than others. So the way the systems work is you have to have the key fob in your pocket, like always, and you can start locking and unlocking that way. Just to show you a little demonstration, the car is unlocked at the moment, as you can see. But if you want to lock it, all you need to do is just press this little chrome button right there. It'll chime the horn, lock all 4 doors, all the good stuff. Then if you want to get back in the car, you just need to put your hand behind the handle like normal and it'll open right up. So on a Laramie trim level, you're going to get a full leather interior, which is very nice. And we do have a full black leather interior. I believe a few different color choices are available. But we have the very nice black leather. We can go ahead and start here on the door panel with our materials. So nice soft touch materials all the way up here with some stitching. We have some wood over here and some metal accents. Some suede even in here, and then you have some nice soft touch door rests with your stitching. Nice little metal accents here and there. Metal door handles. And pretty much down here is the only hard touch plastic that you have, but it's nice to have a hard touch plastic material on the lower portion of the door so it's easier to clean. But as far as functionalities on the door, we have, first starting up here, we have our memory settings. So we have 2-person memory for the driver's seat. We also do have a couple of speakers on the door for the 19-speaker Harman Kardon audio system, which is awesome because it comes standard with a 9-speaker audio system. This is an awesome upgrade. As far as buttons and switches over here, we can control our mirrors right there. We also have our front and rear window controls, window lockout, and then unlock and lock for the doors. Have some pretty good storage on the door here too, so we have a little pocket over here and then some larger pockets to either side and 2 size cup holders right there. Really pretty fancy interior for this truck. I really do like it. But starting off with the left of the dash right here, we have an air vent, as you can see. We have a bunch of lighting controls, so our front fog lights, and then we also have our bed illumination, and then all of our regular headlight controls are right there. We have a interior lights dimmer, and then we also have a gauge dimmer right there. And you can see the lever right here for both your tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Right down here we have an electronic parking brake, which is pretty cool, and then we also have power adjustable pedals, as you can see. Your hood release is right down here, and then you also have some buttons where you can button in your carpeted floor mats or whatever floor mats you choose. And we do have 12-way powered seats. Now this truck, interestingly enough, does have the bench seat, so you can actually fit 3 people in the center there. And that center portion does flip down for an armrest. We'll get into that just a little bit later, but we do have those 12-way powered seats. 4-way lumbar, of course. And some really nice detailing to the seats. So we have this nice gray colored piping and stitching. Then we also have this nice dark suede, the perforated seats, which is really nice with the Laramie embossed in the seat there. And we have the headrests. let's go ahead and hop in and start it up, and we can check out the rest of the driver's cockpit here. Alrighty, so here's the key fob that you get when you purchase a new Ram 1500 Laramie. It's a pretty nice key fob, and I really like Chrysler's new keys. They look really nice, especially on the new Wrangler and the new Ram. Looks really nice with the subtle accents on the bottom there and the Ram logo. There's also a physical key on the inside of this fob in case you need to use that. But as far as functionalities, we have the unlock, lock, tailgate release, and then we also have a remote start and your panic alarm. So that's pretty much it on the key. Again, really nice key, all new. But all you need to do to start this truck is just put your foot on the brake. And it does have push button ignition, so you just push that button right there and the 5.7 Hemi will roar to life. Okay, so we can start off the driver's cockpit here with the steering wheel. Now it's a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel. It's got a nice grip to it right over here, and then you also have some nice stitching on the inside of the wheel. Bunch of functionalities over here as well. But as far as the left of the steering wheel goes, we have these 4 quadrants up here that correspond to the screen in the center, which we will get into. We also have our answer and hang up for the Bluetooth phone there. We have voice recognition. Nice airbag cover with the Ram, the 3D Ram symbol coming right out of the airbag cover right there, which is pretty cool. Over here we have our adaptive cruise control, so we can set our distance right here, set the actual cruise control right over here, reduce our speed, all that good stuff, cancel, resume. Then we also have our different gear changing, so we could set a gear limit, and then we could change between all of our gears there. It is an 8-speed automatic, which is our lever right here, our gear selector is right here. But as far as our gauges go, we have the RPM gauge over here, our engine temperature. We have again the screen in the center there with a nice Ram logo, and looks like it's backlit too, which is pretty awesome. Over here we also have our speedometer and our fuel gauge right down there. But as far as functionalities in the screen over here, I'm going to go ahead and show you as much as I can. And again, we're going to be using these buttons right here to select different menus and whatnot. So right over here is pretty much our default screen. It's a digital speedometer. If you go down, it'll go into our vehicle information. I'm going to go through those menus quickly. If we go back down, we have the driver assistance function. So as you can see right over here, it's going to say that what driver assistant functions are on and off right now. You can also scroll down to our fuel economy screen, and that has 2 different trips. We have more trip information, so we have our trip B and trip A. Our trailer towing information. We have our audio screen, so just basically what's playing on the audio there. We have messages, and then our setup. And this is really cool in that there's 4 different mini screens in the 4 different quadrants of the gauges, and you could set up whatever you want with those gauges. So you can see that they illuminate when you want to select something, so you can put whatever information you want in those 4 quadrants there. So just for right now, we have the compass, the exterior temperature, obviously the battery voltage, and then another gauge right down there for the oil pressure, I believe. But pretty intuitive gauge cluster there, which I really like. The only thing that kind of trips me up a little bit is the RPM gauge. It always makes me think I'm at like 3,000 RPM because the needle is just a little bit higher than on a normal car there. But taking a look up here, we obviously have a very nice upper dash. We have a speaker all the way up there. We also have some nice soft touch materials with some stitching up there. We have a nice storage tray with a 12-volt power outlet, some nice wood accents. And taking a look down here, we have our standard 8.4-inch Uconnect screen. Now you can also get a huge 12-inch screen, which will be coming out just in a few weeks. But as far as this screen goes, it's much like the other Chryslers with the Uconnect system, but it's a very, very easy to get used to screen. So I'm going to go ahead and go through just the basic functions. So right now we're looking at our audio screen of all of our presets up top and our different sources down there, and then some more menus. Also, one more thing that goes along with the audio is there's a few switches on the back which correspond to the audio volume. So there's a rocker up here for the volume. Then this also changes between your source, this little circular button right there. And then on the other side on the back of the steering wheel, this changes between your tuning. So the rocker up and down changes your tuning. And then the central circular button changes between your presets. Pretty awesome to see that, so it doesn't really clutter up the steering wheel too much with all the different buttons. So back to the screen, we have our media screen right there, which isn't going to show a whole lot because our phone isn't connected. Same with the phone screen. It's not going to show a whole lot because our phone isn't connected. But once our phone gets connected, we can start playing music through the Bluetooth. We can also start making calls, all that good stuff. But we do have a climate menu, and this car does have, or this truck rather, does have a dual zone climate control, which means the driver can be set at a different temperature than the passenger. As you can see, it's different right now. Our fan speed right down here. Obviously our 2 temperatures. We can set our heated and cooled seats. So 3-stage heated seats for both the driver and passenger. Then we also have 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and passenger, which is very nice. Another thing that's very nice is the heated steering wheel, and that is a single stage. As you can hear, the ventilated seat is on right now. You can hear the fans for the cooled seat, and it's working very nicely and immediate. Going back to our controls there, we have the auto dimming mirror. We can turn that on and off. We can pull up our backup camera, which is very, very nice, high quality. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. The only nicer backup camera I could find is on a very high-end Volvo. But nonetheless, we have a very, very nice backup camera. Very shocked. We also do have the guidance lines that'll turn when you turn the steering wheel to project your path, and we also have the center lines there that makes it easier to hook up a trailer. As far as more functions down here, we also have our different settings, which I could quick go through the list there. And then we also have our navigation screen. So we have our where to, just our map. We can set a home and a work. Let's go ahead and look at our map. Pretty cool. Could zoom in and out. And then one thing that I was also noticing is the navigation map actually shows up in a smaller screen when you click either the radio or the media screen too, which is pretty awesome. But below the screen we actually have a couple of buttons that we could take a look at. Pretty much from here up is going to be for your screen. So we have a volume knob, a mute button right there. We have our lane departure, we could turn that on and off. We have our automatic parking assist, where we can automatically park the truck. We have our hazards right over here. And also, something else I forgot to mention was this stalk right over here, which controls your wipers, obviously your turn signals, and your high beams right there too. I have a screen off button, so you just turn that off if it's bothering you, and then a tune knob. We have physical controls for our heated and cooled seats, as well as our steering wheel, which is very good. I commend them for bringing back the physical buttons for the seats there. Down here again we have our gear selector, so it is this electronic dial right here at park at the moment. If we want to put it in reverse, switch it right on over. It's easy as that. Neutral, drive. And then we also have our four-wheel drive controls, so as you can see we have an automatic function right there. Trailer brake controls are right over here. We have traction control on and off. We have a tow haul mode, which is pretty cool. And we can also turn off our rear parking sensors in case they're bothering you if you're towing a trailer. And we can also turn off the front parking sensors, which is pretty awesome. Taking a look down here, we have some connections. So some USB inlets. The new USB is also there too. We have the auxiliary inlet too. We have a little storage tray right there that kind of acts as your center console with some change storage in there. And we also have a regular household outlet, which is always useful. These cooled seats really do a good job. It's actually nice enough outside to use them. We actually have some pretty decent weather here up in New England for once. But we do of course have that auto dimming mirror up there. We have a storage console for your sunglasses. We have some LED lighting and kind of like a spotlight design. Then we also have your tailgate release, so you can pop the tailgate open right over here. All of your interior lights on. We have some assist buttons over here. And we can also open and close our rear window from up here. So that'll slide right open for you automatically, which is awesome to see that that's automatic. Taking a look up here, we have some pretty large visors with our 1, 2, 3 settings for our garage door opener. We also have a mirror with some lighting and a card holder right up there. That pretty much does it for the interior here. One more thing I did want to show you is this armrest over here. So you just pull this right over here and it'll fold right on down just like an armrest. You have a couple of cup holders up here and a pretty good amount of storage, if you ask me. You have all of your lug nuts there that Mopar gives you. But for the next portion of the video, I'm going to go ahead and grab these keys, and we are going to set the driving position for comfortable position for my 5'10" self. Just about like that. And we're going to go ahead and check out how much room we have in the back. Now take a look at how big these rear doors are. Absolutely massive. So you can definitely fit some pretty big people back here if you ask me. But as far as materials, pretty much the same as the front door. So soft touch all the way down to here. There's some storage down here. A speaker on the door, pretty large speaker. Good amount of storage, some nice metal and wood accents. Really nice bench seat back here as well. The headrest will fold down to aid in your visibility. These seats also do recline. It's kind of hard to show you without using two hands, but they actually move forward and the backrest moves back and it reclines, which is really awesome. do have some storage back here, so if you lift this right up, you have a pretty deep compartment. It goes all the way down there. You have some cargo tie downs down here, and then you could also see the vents for the climate control on the bottom there. You could also fold these seats up like so, and you have even more storage down here. And this will actually extend to create more storage for you. Kind of almost like a divider like so. That'll fold up. You also have some hangers back here for grocery bags or whatnot. Let's go ahead and hop in and see how much room we have back here. Very useful assist grips. And the back door is almost open to like a 90-degree angle. It's pretty awesome. And no surprise here, we have tons of legroom. Absolutely massive back here. So really commend Ram for that. There's so much legroom. Even more than, I don't know, I'd say a standard wheelbase Rolls-Royce Ghost or something like that. There's just so much legroom back here. But down here in the center console, we have a couple of air vents, heated seats back here, 3-stage. We have some connections back here, so the USBs. Then we also have a regular household outlet again. The floor is completely flat back here. And you can see the back of that armrest. I'm going to fold that up so that you can see what it looks like. So it's pretty much just like you have a third seat in the center there. I have a light back here, that's LED. There's some coat hooks. But a seriously very nice truck we have here. And this isn't even a top level trim. You get even more luxurious features than this. We do have a fold down armrest that kind of folds down like this, and it's very large. Has a couple of cup holders and a little storage console, much like the one up front. But next, let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. Okay, so now that we're on the passenger side in the sun, you can really see the metallic work in the paint. It looks very nice. But opening up the passenger door, design-wise, it's pretty much the same as the driver's door. Same materials and whatnot. Passenger seat is 12-way powered just like the driver's. And we have two storage places. One is over here. Kind of folds up like so and goes in pretty deep with the Laramie logo. And we also have a lockable one down here. Got a pretty good amount of space in there as well. Fit your owner's manual, which is good enough for me. And it looks like this is where your jack is stored too, to change out your spare tire. Again, buttons for the carpeted floor mattress always helps. And next we're going to go ahead and check out the cargo box. Okay, so to open the tailgate, you saw the 3 ways, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and double tap the button on the key fob. It'll open right open like that. And it is dampened so it doesn't slam down, and it's also easy opening, so barely weighs anything when you go to close it. So this truck doesn't have any sort of bed liner or anything on it, it's just the regular paint. You have some tie downs in each corner of the bed. And you also have the bed lights up there, which do help. And the wheel wells are nice and small so that you could load things there as well. You have some hooks up here. And again, this is the short box. So as far as fuel tank sizes, you can get 3 different sizes, and I believe they are dependent on an option package. You can either choose between a 23-gallon tank, a 26-gallon tank, or a 33-gallon tank. And for the 5.7 Hemi with 4-wheel drive, according to the window sticker, you'll be getting around 15 miles to the gallon in the city and 21 on the highway, which isn't bad at all. And you do have a capless fuel filler. Okay, so to wrap up this video, I hope you guys have enjoyed your time with the Ram 1500 just as much as I have, and I hope you stick with us for future in-depth reviews.